Hey, at Goals and Beyond, we're using ClickUp for project management. So I just wanted to show you how we have this setup and how we use it to handle clients productively. So we have SOPs folder. SOPs is in ClickUp. So there are spaces in ClickUp, and then there are folders, and then there are multiple items as docs, whiteboard docs, and list as well, and there are multiple other things as well, dashboards as well. So we have like a space of SOPs, and then within that we have two folders, client folder, duplicate. So whenever, let's say, we get a new client, we duplicate it uh, and duplicate inside uh, inside the clients folder. So we will duplicate it here. We don't this is the one. First go to the SOPs folder. So the core flows are not important here because we haven't like created these properly. These are like very minimal flows. The one whiteboard that we focus on is this whiteboard. This is the most important whiteboard because the here we have like 12 plus email flows that you know that we have been inspired by like 8-figure ecom brands, and these are extremely personalized. So we have this whole setup. So whenever we want to create a flow or anything, we go back to this whiteboard. You can see here, this is the whole whiteboard, everything, and we have like a planning here as well, that we have all these whiteboards, and it might feel overwhelming to create these. So I have like set it up properly that okay, on day one we will, whenever we get a new client, on day one we will create welcome email for let's say 5 welcome emails, one for customers and 4 for prospects, and then we will create all the prospect emails. And then because customers and prospects have like similar emails, the only difference is with the first email, and this is only, I'm talking only about welcome flow. So the difference would be only that welcome email one has incentive with prospects, and customers don't have that prospect that incentive. And the incentive is ending soon, and founder email with the discount code also goes to only prospects. So this is the whole plan as well that we have created. So it makes us easier in the flows. Let's go to campaign planning. This is basically just easier, that okay, on day one we will complete the 5 copywriting copies of 5 emails, and then we will create 5 more on the second day, and then we will start designing this by as well. On day one we will design 5 emails, and on day two design 5 emails. And when copywriter copies of 5 emails, they will assign it to designer. So designer starts on day two, and the designs, a whole calendar can be updated in 4 days. Sorry, 3 days. And SOPs are in terms of SOPs, we have like pop-up SOP, how we would construct a pop-up, and how much would be the time delay. And then there is like so basically, if I quickly go through this, it's basically that we find out the average engagement time per session from Google Analytics, and then we have the time should be at a little less than that. So if it is 50 seconds, then we have like 30 seconds of the pop-up time delay. Then this is just like all emails SOPs, it's just simple SOPs, flows SOPs. There nothing. I haven't built like complete SOPs here because they are not much needed here at this point of our agency. In terms of copywriting as well, there's nothing there. In segmentation, we have complete SOP. I have a separate YouTube video as well related to this. So how our segments we get all this is there as well. Campaign calendar SOP is also there because this is some recurring task, and we have like a full setup on how we do it. Metrics, there's nothing much here, and miscellaneous and what we drive up. Inspirations, there's nothing much there as well. And so the basically the main thing was the core flows SOPs plus planning, and 2 3 folders here. The main is segmenting and campaign calendar. Um, that is it. And we have like best resources document as well. So whenever we find something, let's say a LinkedIn post, a blog, that we think that we can learn from that, then we paste that here as well. And now let's go to the main thing, the client folders. So we have like two separate lists here. If you just go to three dots here on the folder and you say create new list, so we have created this list, and within list there are multiple views, so we you can either see. I like the table format better, so if you go to new, if you go to plus section here and go to table, then this table will be generated. And I have written just 12 campaign 12 year like tasks, 12 campaign tasks. So whenever let's say we get a new client, so of course we'll have to create campaigns as well, most probably. So we can just replace these campaign names uh, to the actual campaign name, campaign 1 2 3. And what the campaign name, what we basically do is whatever we write in the campaign calendar, we try to have that same name everywhere, in ClickUp as well and in Figma as well, where we design emails. And in whenever we create an email in Klaviyo or OmniSend, we have that email as a campaign name as well. So wherever you see that campaign name, you will it will be easy to find. Okay, this is the email that we're talking about. And then there's a separate list for flows in journal. Here you will find all the 12 plus flows that were in the SOPs, flows by SOPs please planning. And within each of this automation, there's a full and complete guide related to each automation. There's a YouTube video as well, which is mine as well, and this is the flow. So I've pasted the whiteboard here as well for each of the automation. This is welcome one, so I've just pasted the welcome here, and then there's triggers, flow filter, GPT prompt, every single thing related to this automation is here, along with the custom GPTs, custom GPT prompts for each of the email here. So if there are 9 emails, then there will be 9 prompts here. And this is how it looks. This for welcome flow. If we go to any other flow, you would see the same thing. And there's another folder, the details. We try to capture everything related to brand here. So whenever we want to go back see anything about the brand, we can easily find it there. This is like a general log, and then this is meeting questions for client. If you have any questions related to the brand and we have an upcoming meeting, or if we have a recurring weekly or monthly meeting, then we just write them here. So whenever we are on a meeting with the client, we open this document and see if there's anything there. We have to ask them. This is bestsellers, so we know, okay, what are the bestsellers of the brand, and so this is important when creating campaigns and designing emails as well. And objections of the customers versus prospects. So this is like we try to do as much personalization as possible. So this is we try to find for each brand like what's the objection of a customer who has already purchased from us. What would be the objection of of a customer since they have purchased from? So will it be that they didn't like the quality, or are they skeptical now about the brand, or what is the that they are not purchasing and in like abandoned cart or browse abandonment flows. And in prospects is like this should be completely different because they haven't purchased before from us. So it's their right to be skeptical, so we have to confront them and optimize the flows in a way that we are talking and their pain sure these personalizations. So we convert more and more of prospects and customers. And there's copywriting guide, which within that there's like GPT instructions. So there's nothing copywriting guide. These are just these 5 documents. First, GPT instructions. So we have custom GPT for each of the brand, and campaign calendar guide is here. So we saw the campaign calendar, the whole process in the SOP section. So this is basically related to each of the brand. So if a brand says I only want to send once a week, and we agree with them on this strategy, then we have this we can write that this brand only has to send one email. So whenever somebody is creating the campaign calendar, they can easily go through this and appropriate campaign calendar. And we can have other things as well. This brand doesn't discount or discounts only 5% off or whatever. And this should be the minimum purchase amount for this discount to be applicable and all that stuff. And in terms of guides, um, as well, this is like this thing is here as well. Fonts and color, we can mention the fonts and color that we have to use. We can either mention them here or directly in Figma, because it would be easier to have this in the Figma, so we can easily create a design image there. And in terms of discounts, there is a separate doc. We don't use this much as well. uh, in resources, we have like some of all the resources, and let's say campaign calendar of this specific brand, and then Figma file of this specific brand, and then A/B testing, tracking sheet, reporting template, and comparator analysis. And we have like one email that we use for all the brands. We have like labels there. So yeah, like this is the label. This is label here. I can just go through uh, any of the competitors. So this is not what we do, but I can't log into that email right now. So I'm not going to show that this is basically what we do. And this was basically a doc as quick new updates as well. So whenever is there anything has to be mentioned related to this brand, and we just want to quickly jot down something that we just jot down here. And yeah, that's it basically. Thank you.